Have you ever stayed in an Airbnb and wondered if maybe it wasn't so safe or something kind of freaky or weird about it? Well, I've got a story for you. I'm Nicole and I'm a human rights lawyer. And on Fridays, I do Facts on Fridays where we review relevant case law or interesting case law. Today, a little bit spooky. There was a guy that was going and staying at an Airbnb. While he was there, he noticed an alarm clock sitting on the bedside table. Pretty normal. Had an LED light, kind of bugged him at night, so he put his camera bag in front of it. Well, the next day he goes out, he comes back, and sure enough, the camera bag has been moved. So he thinks that's a little weird. So he takes a closer look at the alarm clock that his camera bag was covering from before, and he looks at it, he kind of examines it a bit, and he notices that there's a camera inside, which is really creepy. So what does he do? He calls Airbnb. Airbnb says, go to a hotel, check yourself in, and then call the police. So that's what he does. He calls the police. The police enter the home with him. This is an important detail. They enter the home, they look at the clock, they take it to the station. When they look at it a little bit closer, they realize that there's a memory card inside. Then they ask the court for a warrant to be able to search the memory card and see what's in it. The warrant was granted. They look at it and they find, unfortunately, some personal footage. Follow along for more. So the owner of the Airbnb was charged with voyeurism. And the first court actually found him not guilty because they found that the police entering his home without a warrant was an invasion of his privacy, therefore a breach of his Section 8 charter rights. The Crown appealed. The first appeal court found the same thing. No, it's a breach of his privacy rights. However, the Court of Appeal held no, this is not a breach of his privacy rights, because when we look at Section 8, we have to think about whether he had a subjective expectation of privacy and whether he had an objective expectation of privacy. They said no, he didn't have a subjective one. Well, he didn't testify actually, so they didn't actually know. What did he think? Did he actually reasonably think that he would have some sort of privacy in his home or not, because he didn't testify? So then they went to the objective test and they said, well, no, like he was renting it out. There was no personal belongings of his in the home. The people that were in the home had a right to enter and go as they please. And they also had a right to bring people in. So the fact that the person that was staying there invited the police in to come was enough. And so they found him guilty of voyeurism. So don't worry, it's not allowed. It's against the law. And this person was caught. So don't be too freaked out the next time you stay at Airbnb. Follow along for more case facts.